Today is Thursday, December 4th, 2025, and the Huskies aren't in Kansas anymore. This is Talkin Husky Hoops.
It is a UConn coronation. The Huskies make history. Back-to-back national champions.
Welcome back to the 8th episode of Talkin Husky Hoops. I'm Mike Gizzi.
And I'm Jeong.
And on this show, we talk all things UConn men's basketball, from game previews and game breakdowns to everything involving Hurley and the men's team. Will, how are we feeling today?
Feeling great. We came back from Kansas, and there is no place like home, in fact. Came out there with a W. Felt great. You know, this is our first program win against Kansas, which I didn't even know was even a thing, but feels great. Now we are, I think, 1-4 against them, and
still not great.
No, still not great. We'll have another chance next year. But yeah, it's a great time to be a Husky fan.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a bit confused why they were holding out that information that we were 0-4. I feel like I didn't hear about it at all until after the game.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's jump right into it. The Huskies defeated the Kansas Jayhawks 61-56 in an absolute dogfight.
Yes.
Led by the freshman in his first real game of the season.
Yeah.
Braylon Mullins technically he's kind of averaging at this point. 17 points, 5 rebounds on 6 for 12 shoot.
Yes.
Also led by Solo Ball and Eric Ryba, had great games too. Solo with 17, Ryba with 12.
Yes.
I mean, how'd you feel after this one? How'd you feel watching this one?
Feel great. To have Mullins come out like this, and really his first game, I think he had 23 minutes compared to last game. It was really just breaking the ice for him. So this game, he was really able to come out and play, and shows that he is indeed a 5-star freshman. So shows when he is on the floor, he can take over. He can be that guy to rely upon for a shot by the looks of things. And that is a really good sign for this team. Especially with the absence of Terrace Reed again, having someone step up like that, and also Eric Ryba as well, putting some big minutes this game. So even with one of our starters out again, having Mullins come in and looking like he didn't miss a day of basketball, having Ryba come in, just really impressive stuff.
Honestly, it was like our young guys did not even what they were supposed to, did more than what they were supposed to do in this matchup. I want to check how many rebounds that Ryba had in this game.
Yeah. I think Ryba had 8 rebounds.
8 rebounds.
Yes.
So that's a step up from his big game that he had against Arizona.
Yes.
A few weeks back now. And so the fact that he's now kind of on top of producing offensively but grabbing some rebounds, it's definitely a big step in the right direction. So.
Yeah, and team totals, UConn out-rebounded Kansas 38-32. So especially compared to against Arizona, where we were out-rebounded by 20. This is a huge step in the right direction. So.
Yeah, I want to mention it because I kind of, looking back when we were filming our last episode, I felt like we didn't talk about this guy enough because he had a great game against Illinois, but we kind of focused more on Malachi Smith in that game.
Yeah.
Solo Ball, that great game versus Illinois, and I just want to make that because he had a great game again tonight. So this is a Solo Ball appreciation time right here. Yeah, he's really showed out in our last 2 outings.
Yes.
And I think that's him kind of sharpening his skills.
Yeah.
He mentioned it earlier. He's had this game upcoming that we're going to preview later in this episode versus the reigning national champions. He's had it circled on his calendar. So I think he's sharpening his skills. He's getting back in the swing of things. And he's looking a lot better. 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And 6 for 13 shooting. A percentage that's a bit higher than it has been all season. So, to say the least, Solo Ball has done what he's supposed to be doing in the last few games. So I'm definitely happy and excited to see that he's having such good production.
Yeah, for sure. And like you mentioned, this is a dogfight. We put up 61 points, which is, I believe that's a season low for us.
But you know what? They played great defense.
Yeah.
And at times, honestly, I felt like there were times where I felt like we were just going to get completely stuck in the slump and we weren't going to be able to produce anymore, and we stayed in it, and our offense actually showed up.
Exactly.
So
overall, great win. 61-56, number 5 UConn over 21 Kansas. So another ranked win to add to our resume.
Yes.
Love to see it. But big things are still ahead.
Yeah, definitely. But before we get to the big things ahead, let's talk about some news.
Yes.
As we mentioned, Reed was out for the last game. He could come back before our next matchup for East Texas A&M, but personally, I think I mentioned it to you. I don't want to see him against East Texas A&M. I'd much rather him stay out for that one, get a bit more rest. Not to disrespect East Texas A&M. I don't think we need him, frankly.
Yeah. So
get his rest and make sure he's fully healthy for our matchup against Florida.
Yeah. He's officially listed as game to game, but definitely would be safer to hold him out for the big matchup.
Yes. On top of that, we mentioned in the last episode, even somehow, I don't know how, but the teaser played in our last episode. The throwback Blues are out and running. We ran them against Kansas. Looked absolutely amazing.
Yes. Oh, I love
amazing.
Gorgeous.
So that I'm happy to see that we have some different uniforms. I'm kind of getting sick of the old block letter jerseys. Just throwing them out there. They're kind of getting a bit boring. We needed something to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. Makes me want to get one of those jerseys. They're the best.
Definitely.
A little bit of news around NCAA. I know it was only a couple days since we last previewed Kansas, but speaking to this Florida game, last night, well, I guess at the time of recording this, Florida lost to Duke in a nail-biter. Score was 66-67. So, yeah, get into this game. Let's look at those Florida Gators, yeah?
But before that, we should mention, we did sort of mention, we have a game against East Texas A&M this Friday.
My fault. No shade to East Texas A&M.
I believe their record currently is 4-3.
Yes.
They're 4-3. There's not much to say. This is our last home non-conference game at Gamble.
Yes.
We do have one more home non-conference game after this. But yeah, just close out strong, kind of get some of those guys who haven't been getting minutes in the game.
Yeah.
Get them a bit more, get them a few more reps before we really head into the big depth of our season.
Yes.
Where there's no slowing down, no time for experimenting.
That's right. This is just about, as far as bye games go, this is pretty much the last of them. So.
Well, DePaul exists. But
yeah, I was being generous.
Yes. Without further ado, let's talk about them. The Huskies will play in the Jimmy V Classic on December 9th. That's next Tuesday.
Yes.
At Store South versus the reigning national champions, the Florida Gators.
Yes.
Gators are currently ranked 15th in the nation. That'll probably change by the time this game comes up, as they did just lose to Duke.
Yes.
They currently hold a record of 5-3.
Yeah.
And are led by their returner from this national championship team, Thomas Howe. Other returners also include Ruben Chinyelu and Alex Kellum.
Yes. So last year's championship Florida team, absolute dogs. That was a really impressive run by Florida. That was a really competitive field, too. It's probably going to be something, again, like that this March. But Florida's able to retain a lot of their players, which was good for them, at least. But they did also have two big transfers, notably Xavier Lee from Princeton and Boogie Flane from Arkansas. So far, we've seen mixed things about them.
Do we really want to consider Xavier Lee a big transfer?
I would say so. They lost their Walter Clayton, so that's big shoes to fill.
Oh, that's not. We're not going to compare Xavier Lee to Walter Clayton now.
Not yet, but he definitely
didn't. Xavier Lee shoot like 1 for 9 from 3 against BYU.
Probably.
It was.
Yeah.
I mentioned this in the last episode, talking about Princeton transfers when we brought up Caden Pierce. Xavier Lee. All I heard yappa this entire offseason about Xavier Lee. And I don't want to sit here and trash him a little bit, because then he'll go off on us. But, that guy was hyped up this much. I wasn't even following the guy on Instagram, and I'm getting his posts showing up in my feed.
Sorry.
And so I'm like, to see him not playing and averaging like 16 points a game, I'm sorry. He's just a bit underwhelming.
Yeah. No, for sure. But overall, Florida, still definitely don't underestimate them. They still have a big part of that national championship team returning.
They do, but I think we mentioned it when we previewed our season originally. They've lost a lot, though.
Yes.
They lost.
Very true.
We're saying they retained a lot. They lost, I think they lost more than they gained.
Yeah.
So they lost Mr. Will Richard, Walter Clayton, and I'm forgetting one more. Big piece.
They lost Denzel Aberdeen's transfer portal.
Yes, Aberdeen and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting it. It'll get into my mind soon. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Elijah Morton. Elijah Morton.
Also transferred, I believe, time.
Draft, I'm pretty sure.
Was he draft? Okay. But yeah, so this Florida team, they have pieces, again, broken from last year, but they're still trying to find their footing. They haven't quite yet. In terms of the rest of their schedule, they lost to Arizona. That wasn't...
Yeah, Arizona. I said BYU earlier when he shot like 1 for 9 there.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So lost to Arizona. That was the first game of the season when they were number 3 ranked. And then dropped one to TCU, but TCU looks pretty solid nationally now.
Yeah, TCU beat one of our future opponents in Texas as well.
Yes.
Yeah, preseason game, a closed-door preseason game that we learned nothing about. We just knew the final score of, so I don't know what that even says. So
yeah. But hopefully, Terrace should be 100% for this game,
yes.
which we're really going to need because Condon and Tommy Howe down low, they're the guys that run the offense.
Yeah, they're definitely a strong team down low, and they definitely could dominate us if we don't have all of our players healthy, especially Reed.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good. We should also mention this is one of 2 games that are happening that night for the Jimmy V Classic.
Yes.
Also BYU versus Clemson. It's going to be an exciting night.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'll be there. I know you said you might be there.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But that being said, thank you for watching this episode of Talkin Husky Hoops. We'll be back next week. We will not be breaking down our game against Florida. Our next episode will be recorded. We'll be breaking down all the stuff that's going to happen over the winter break and heading into our conference schedule.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm Mike Gizzi.
And I'm Will John, UCTV Sports. Go Huskies.